Hello, my name is Martin, welcome back to another video.
And I'm James.
Hello, and this week we're going to do a little bit of a different video because we've recently been away to Cornwall. A bit of a short holiday. We went down to meet some friends and we had a little bit of a tour around Cornwall. Now, I've not been to Cornwall since about 1982, but that's another story. When was you last there?
I was about 12. I went to Newquay and it's a hotel, we got evening meals free.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the hotel called? Fawlty Towers?
Yeah.
Can you imagine it was, yeah. Anyway, so I've not been since about 1982 when I was train spotting. That's the last time I was in Cornwall. So this was a bit of a nostalgia trip for me. So what we're going to do is we've done some clips, done some footage, and we're going to sort of like, we're going to invite you into our home, really.
Yeah.
To go through our holiday snaps with us. So we're going to show you what we got up to in Cornwall, and so it's one of those nightmare evenings where you get invited round and we go through our holiday snaps. So straight away, without further ado, on the very first night we got there, we stayed near St Austell, and we had a look around St Austell. Weren't initially impressed with it, was we? The actual where the shops were. Bit like a bit like a normal town, really. Not what we expected. Went down to the harbour and it was absolutely beautiful. People fishing, people swimming, and it was so beautiful that you took all your clothes off, didn't you, and decided to dive in.
Why not?
Take a look at this. It made me laugh, that, because every time he did it twice, and each time every time he jumped off, he went, ah! What was that for?
It just looked higher than it did, and then you just everyone, I don't know why I did it.
I must admit, I couldn't have done it. It's the dropping into that.
Yeah, and I had
cold water.
I had my boxes on. I didn't have any swim shorts, so I had a soggy bum all the way.
It was very traumatic for us watching. Anyway, there was me, him and Gary that went to Cornwall. We went for a couple of days. We promised ourselves we'd go down there. So I had this vision of what I wanted to see was the old industry, obviously. And I had this vision of looking at these old tin mines that were on the cliff edges. So if you look at Cornwall, you'll see these old tin mines, and quite often they're quite spectacular because they're on the edges of the cliffs and the seas there and everything. And I never got to see one there. There were some at a place called Bottleack.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you say it. I'm not getting hung up on pronunciation. That was the way you said. I think you say it. But they were quite far away from us. And you know when you're got to go somewhere and you're looking, we'll go there, we'll go there, we'll go there, we'll go there.
And you think it's really close together.
You're over-planned, don't you? But we did see some tin mines and copper mines, so they are coming up, and what I'm going to do, that'll probably be the main part of this video. This first bit is us going through our holiday snaps with you. Where we were staying, we went to Porth, I think it was Porthpeen Beach.
Yeah.
We went to, didn't we? We found a cave there. Take a look at this. Right, we've found the cave.
Yeah, we have.
Check it out. And you can hear water inside it. What?
I'm not blind.
Where's the water coming from? Really
That.
isn't it?
Keep going.
You got a light? Oh, see, it's on the ground. It's on the ground. I thought we were going to look over something and find. Keep your torch still. I thought we were going to look over something and find, like, something flowing. Where's it come from up there? Oh yeah. What is it? I reckon there were passage through there.
Yeah.
Oh. So I don't know what that was. That was obviously like some kind of river or stream coming through the rock, weren't it?
You could hear it.
You went in, you couldn't see it, you could hear it, and it came in view, then it disappeared again, then came back out on the beach. It was very strange.
Yeah. I seen a woodlouse about that big in there.
That big?
Yeah.
Show the viewers how big.
This big.
I really don't think you saw one.
I swear no.
It was a good job I didn't answer it, because I would have screamed. Honestly, that would have been horrific. That stream was probably running along the rock bed, weren't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, he decides he was hung up on wanting to swim in the sea, weren't you?
Yeah.
You like swimming in the sea?
Well, it's just one of those, isn't it? I had a poor tummy the next day.
Did it take you back to your Whale roots?
Yeah. And you. You come in.
So I decided to join him. So take a look at this.
Is that...
So there you go. That's the most you're going to get of our bodies this year. You'll never see that again.
Yeah.
So you better freeze frame it and zoom in.
And next time you see mine, I'll have a 6-pack.
Yeah. Anyway, talking a 6-pack, what have we got here? We've got a drink here. We're going to have a drink.
Yeah.
What have we got? Take it away. Take it away.
You usually have your Guinness, don't you? And I was going to buy the Guinness one. And then they got this brew dog, Black Heart. So,
Can you see it?
So I bought 4 thinking it'd be like Guinness, but it's got not that, you know, the thing in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
The Guinness ones usually have them in and they don't have it on this one.
Drink it.
So there's a trick to this.
Eh?
There's a trick to it.
Is there?
Put your glass like that.
Doesn't sound right to me, that. I don't. because I don't have Pop in the house, he's bought his own black currant. Now you do realise that some people are going to go, that's sacrilege putting black in that. We don't care.
Yeah.
We have Guinness and black all the time.
And this one doesn't set. Like the Guinness usually takes about a few minutes to set, but this one doesn't. So.
Little sod pot. Don't bite, little sod. So. No. Don't you dare. So the second day we decided to go to the Eden Project. If you're going to Cornwall, I would recommend it. Would you?
It was amazing.
I thought it was very good. So let's go and take a look at the Eden Project. So an incredible place. These biospheres or domes. Where are we? Eden. And this place, it's built in like a former quarry, a china clay quarry, because of course this area was famous for its china clay. And it's incredible what they've done with the place, how they've made this out of that. Various sections in here. There was a Mediterranean section, and then this was, I think, the rainforest section, which was really, it was very hot. Plants were incredible. Well worth a visit. It's not bad.
It's okay.
It needs that black currant in.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eden Project we've just done.
Yeah.
Eden Project was really good. I would highly recommend it. If you're into your plants, flowers, gardens. But just going through that, what was it, the rainforest bit? It was a warm day anyway. And obviously, can you imagine being in the Eden Project? It was like a greenhouse.
It was sweating. I was absolutely sweating.
So you could go up to the top. I'll show you now. You could go up to the top where you can view all the whole place. So that was quite good going up there. You can see us now going up to the top, and you get a wonderful view of the whole place.
You actually felt like you was in a rainforest.
You did feel like you was in a rainforest. It was very hot.
And the plants were beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
And then birds. Them like little pigeon things.
I'll show you the birds. There you go. And they are real, and they live there.
I thought they were fake because they wouldn't move.
No, they did move.
They did that, like the heads move, but I thought, well, then they're to keep the ants under control, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that what they're for?
Yeah, that's what the woman said.
All right.
Because they've got loads of ants. There
were lots of ants.
They eat the ants.
Yeah. So one of the things we did that I've never done before, that Gary booked, that Gary decided to tag on.
Yeah.
We did a zip wire. You've done one before, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've never done a zip wire before, and I must admit it was fun. I was a little bit nervous, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Some of you may have done a zip wire before. I won't go on about it. We couldn't take the cameras because I couldn't take my phone because you don't want to drop it.
Nah.
You lock it away in a locker first. You weren't allowed to set the GoPro because they've got this thing whereby
pay.
you use their GoPro and pay for the footage. So we didn't do that. So I've got a little clip of it here coming in, and you sort of went over the Eden project.
You know what would actually been funny if you would have got that, because your face like, when we're climbing up.
You never saw my face.
No,
I was less nervous about the zip wire. The only thing about the zip wire that got me was
when you have to like lift your.
when he tells you to go into a press up position and you're all strapped in and on the zip, and he says, right, lift your hands up, and you lift your arms up like that. And in front of you is this drop,
Yeah.
and he goes 3, 2, 1, and pushes you off, and you want to like
Yeah.
grab something to slow yourself down, like that, you know, the instinct to stop yourself falling, but you just have to relax and go with it. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But the nemesis for me was that we did this thing afterwards called, what was it called? Hanging.
Yeah, it's like
Hang loose or something. And it was basically, if you seen Go Ape.
Yeah.
So it was Go Ape, but it was called Hang Loose. And it was like an obstacle course in the sky. And we had to go at that there. Like a Go Ape in the sky, going across tight ropes and stuff, strapped on and everything. But that was a challenge for me, as I'm not into my heights. As I show you, the worst one for me, and it's at the early part of the early part of it up there. You have to step off and they obviously swing about. That was a bit of a challenge for me, that one. It started off very low.
And then he started to go higher.
And then you got higher and higher. And you literally, although you're strapped on, you literally had to take a step onto those things that were swinging about. And it was very...
I had to be behind you just so you wouldn't go back.
There was one point where I thought, I don't even know if I can do this, because you were kind of like stepping out. You were like, how high up was we? 50 foot.
Yeah, it started off, you was not that high, and it started to
maybe
go higher
40,
and higher.
maybe 40 foot.
Yeah.
Because it was the ground dropped away, and you were about 40 foot, and you were stepping off onto these things that were swinging about. And it's like, this didn't feel real. Anyway, I'm going on about it now. You've probably done Go Ape, but it was a very strange experience. And I've got to admit, the first part I didn't particularly enjoy it.
But then you got into it.
I don't know that I ever got into it, but I just thought, I'm over halfway through now. If I go back, I've got to go and do all that, and it'll be the thing of turning back, won't it? So, and
It's good job we had no one behind us, because we were like a
can you imagine
space.
if there were families behind us with kids,
like little 2-year-olds going past you.
little 10-year-olds or something. Yeah. No, I weren't terrible. I didn't make a. The biggest mistake I made was that the first wire, the tight wire, I tried to go along it sideways and ended up hanging off like that. And you're supposed to just stay on it and just go across.
It was funny.
Like a tightrope walker. So anyway, that was the first full day that we did. The next day, one of the things we wanted to see was Tintagel Castle, which, if you've never been to, is quite spectacular, really.
Yeah, some of the views.
It's basically, it's a little fort that was out on a headland, but you have to cross where the sea is. Yeah. Anyway, it's spectacular. I'll show you some clips of it. So this is the rugged north coast of Cornwall. Very spectacular, this place. As you can see, we're on a bridge here, and you'll see there's the bridge again, and that joins what was the two headlands. That's the mainland you can see, and then I'm filming from the headland that stuck out. But absolutely beautiful. Just blown away with the views. There was something on TikTok I watched a while ago, and it was this things to do in Cornwall, and they went through this doorway and down those steps. I'll show you our clip now.
It's nice, that.
It was absolutely brilliant. It was just, you go through that little doorway, and it was fantastic. And of course, we had our photo took there, but everyone else is queuing to have the photo took, and it weren't mega busy, but it was busy enough.
Yeah.
And then they had what's the guy called on the top?
King Arthur.
I don't think it's King Arthur, is he? I'll have to look it up, but it's the statue.
Yeah.
Where did we go to?
Newquay.
We went to Padstow.
Yeah.
Which was very nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's actually a very beautiful little place. And then Newquay. Newquay, your thoughts?
It's like a Blackpool, but with teenagers. There's like loads of teenagers, and like it's just a bit like Stag Do It. It's a bit run down.
Beach was beautiful. I know there's a few beaches in Newquay. We just saw one beach, and then we walked up the high street to get something to eat. Not impressed.
Nah. I suppose it's what can you put there, but
It's seaside. It was a seaside town, families. It was a bit rough at times, weren't it? It was
and day.
It was what it was, weren't it? But we eventually found somewhere to eat. Anyway, so not mega impressed with Newquay.
No.
I think the thing about these places were they were probably at one time very beautiful little fishing villages.
Yeah, and then they've had to.
And then they've kind of,
commercialise.
and you have that picture in your head, and they're not what they were.
Yeah.
There's a Weatherspoons and there's a
Which-
KFC and all
Yeah.
that. Which, what do you expect? You know, we're just being naive, aren't we? Okay, so day 3. And we highly recommend a place called the Lost Gardens of Heligan, which is where we went to, which is not far from St Austell. They've also got a rainforest area, which is outdoors, absolutely beautiful, with this lovely rope bridge as well. So there you go, Lost Gardens of Heligan, highly recommended. I only showed you a snapshot there because there was so much to it. If you do
Yeah,
go
it's
there,
massive.
it's huge, isn't it?
It's worth the money. It's nice. It's just like it's well kept. Yeah.
Well, there are animals there and stuff, and there's some good walks.
The best thing was good that turkey.
You like the turkey?
And the pigs were quite good. It was the best bit.
Yeah.
Seeing the baby pigs in mud.
You like pigs, don't you? You
Yeah,
feel like
that's what I like.
you feel like an affinity to them, don't you? It's actually not bad, that.
It's okay.
I think it's all right.
It needs the Vimto, doesn't it?
Is it Vimto?
Yeah.
I thought it was blackcurrant.
Well, that current is Vimto, isn't it?
You know what? It's got a bit of a bitterness in the back of it, in the back of your throat.
You like that?
No. So we'll have a brew in a minute when we've finished that. So after the Lost Gardens of Heligan, we're done for about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Had an early start, done for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Gary suggested Bodmin Moor, and I'm saying,
Yeah.
Bodmin Moor?
I'd never even heard of it.
Well, I'd heard of it, but I'm thinking, I said, it's a moor. What? You can't just drive to a moor. What we're going to do is sit and look at it. Quite a few things on Bodmin Moor, weren't there?
Yeah. The river was fast flowing.
Yeah, so the River Fowey, I think it was. So we went to a place called Golitha Falls. I think that's the way you say it. Not so much a massive waterfall, more a series of little rapids. Very beautiful, weren't it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. That water is really beautiful and clear. So all sorts of remnants of industry here. I think this housed the water wheel. As I turn round in a moment, you'll see how it would have been. But yeah, apparently there was a water wheel in this, and the tail race was obviously out into the river. There you go. Look at this, wow. It says caution mine shafts. Unfortunately, I've not got a proper torch. We want to come out for a walk today. But we'll go and take a look and see how far we can see. Come here. Very muddy down here. I'm walking on this bit here. I'm guessing a tin mine, I'm not sure. We're on Bodmin Moor here. Can you get your light down there? How good that one is around there.
You could get through that.
Yeah, you need to get through that. So we think we've found a mine shaft.
Oh god, it's deep.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mega deep. So mega deep. I can't, obviously you need a light or something to shine down, but never seen one done like this before. It must be very dangerous because they've taken good precautions. So what gets me about that, it was the woods, it was a beautiful old woods, right? But you can just tell, can't you? But I think we were walking on the remains of tramways.
Yeah.
There was that shaft, there was the adit. Again, another beautiful place that would have been probably quite industrial back in the day.
It's just nice and quiet and nature's took over.
And I don't know what that mine was there, you know.
Well, we're never going to go back, but it would have been good to get like some proper stuff on and get in there.
To get in that adit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good, because we could have got in that adit. There was a big square, weren't there?
Yeah,
I'd have got through that. You might have struggled. Anyway, and then I've still not seen, reminds me of engine houses.
Yeah.
So, it's cut a long story short, we looked on the map and there's an engine house called New Phoenix Engine House, right? Copper and tin mine. So put it in the sat nav completely lost, couldn't get a proper signal, sent us on a real wild goose chase.
Yeah.
Ended up having to a boat, went to go and get some petrol because we nearly ran out, got something to eat, and then reassessed the situation and got to these tin mines. And in this little place called, can you remember what the place was called?
Mindoria.
Almost.
Was it answer?
Yeah, almost. A place called Minions.
That was a good guess.
Yeah. So now you're gonna leave us now, and we're gonna take you to these abandoned tin and copper mines, and it really was fascinating. To be honest with you, only thing that was missing was I wanted to see a shaft.
Yeah.
I really wanted to discover some.
There was a rainbow. Was this the rainbow place?
Well, oh yeah, I forgot about rainbows. Yes, the rainbows. Rainbow horses on Bodmin Moor. Take a look at this. How lucky were we to get them horses?
Yeah.
With the rainbow.
I know.
It was just like, wow.
That was the first bit of rain we had.
Anyway, let's go and take a look at these tin and copper mines. So this has been a bridge here. It's either been a railway bridge or it's been a tramway bridge. Either way, it's been knocked down now. You can see that. And then we're hoping just beyond this is a public footpath to go to what we're seeing, two abandoned mines. That's what we're going to, that one and that one. We're a bit spoilt here because there's another one over there, which is very interesting.
That's cool, that one.
Yeah. So we're going to look at that one first. Right, here we go. So as per usual, side-by-side map. So here's a little village of minions. You'll see the cursors will run in sync with each other. And I had to do this side-by-side because it's very difficult to navigate because I don't know the area. Cheeswring Railway. That's interesting, isn't it? We parked in this car park here. Looking at the right-hand map, we parked there in that car park. Right, now there is another one there, but that's kind of like a visitor centre. It's not as interesting to look at. Back to the right-hand map, we're going to go along the road. You can look at either map, but we're going to go along the road there, and you'll note there we come to the railway embankment, which I've shown you. We walk along the railway embankment. Well, it was the Liskeard and Carradon Railway, and this is what we're looking at. So it was called Wheal Jenkin Mine, tin disused. And if we go over here, looking at the left-hand map, if we go to the area where the chimney is, I'll just bring it into the map. There, see it over on the right. So that's what we're looking at, these two. That area there, looking at the right hand, and that area there. And it's saying it's Wheal Jenkin Mine. So I think these two were connected. And there would used to be a chimney there, look at that, and it's gone now. And you can see walking on the railway bed. So we've just come up the side of that bridge that I've just shown you. Not a great deal of information about it. It says these engine houses date back to about 1837, 1840, but the workings probably date back earlier than that. They're talking 1824 or something like that. There's James showing his big face. Anyway, copper and tin mines they were. I always want to know how deep the shafts were, and it says that they one website that gives very little information said one of the shafts was extended to 100 fathoms. So I had to look up 100 fathoms. That's apparently 600 feet. And it says be wary around the place because the shafts are not capped to modern day standards. Ooh. Anyway, let's crack on and take a look. Reminds me of Magpie Mine a bit. So this could have been a flue, we're not sure. Going that way, really don't know what this is. but it's you know why it's all barbed wired off? Because it's there'll be a shaft in there, won't there? Piggy, 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 yum yum.
Oh yeah, I won't film me.
Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Here he goes. Limbo, 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 kalimbo. So here we've got. That's dangerous because that's possibly a shaft, and it's partially filled in. So that is mega. You never know whether that's got a false bottom on it or not. We'll just have to take a peek inside because always interesting to look inside these things. That shaft, that is proper scary, that. And then walking all sorts of shit here, and then just.
You alright? Did you do it alright?
You got me going up. I've got shorts on, that's why I'm being. There we go. That's where we are. So I'll have to find out the name of this one for you. So this would have been some sort of sump for the Newquay steam engine that I presume it had in here.
Is it boarded up?
No, it's just a floor in it. Good stuff. Always fascinating, these places. Very old, built solid. Try and breathe in. Good lad, good pig. Have you ever seen anything as bad in your entire life? Pulled pork. For God's sake. Right, so that's that one. Right, so now we're going to go and take a look at this one over here. There's a chimney there, isn't there? There's a chimney there. So we're going to go and take a look at that one now. That is possibly a flue, right, that goes down there. Right, and then if you look there, there's another building there, but the chimney's there, and I wonder if they shared that chimney. Interesting. And then, oh yeah, look at this. So we've got, if we walk around here. Yeah, so that just goes underneath the tram road there. But I think that's an old flue, personally.
You can do this, come on.
I'm trying not to rip my balls off on that barbed wire. It's got to be done, hasn't it?
It does make a...
Come on, custard pie. Good lad. If that barbed wire catches, it really will be pulled pork. Come on, pig. Look at them sandals. Look at them sandals. Have you ever seen a pensioner on the fence?
Cheers, bro. You're not filming me, doing it?
You can't get stuck. For God's sake.
I thought he was good at this. Right. Do you want to help?
Just, right, don't get caught on that. Oh, wow. Take a look inside that now. And then, like I say, chimney's there. Another chimney's there, so we'll have a look. See what it's like. Yeah. This is old, like very old. This is what we. This is why we come here and do this. Similar thing. There's obviously been some sort of sump. Look at that wood there. Wow. Yeah. So there's obviously been a sump here or something. Look how that beam. Bloody hell, that's so old. That beam. Can you imagine that when that was growing as a tree? And they put that in there to support that lintel, and it's actually bent, bowing down. So we'll go underneath it like you do with all that loose rock out there. So we'll just go underneath here. And then they've got that there, which is obviously part of the flue, I don't know, flue system, whatever it is. We'll go around the other side and take a look at it. You've got to be careful where you're walking, you know, because we've come into a fenced off area, and there could be like mine shafts that are not very well capped off, so you've got to be careful where you're walking. Anyway, That's Bodmin Moor. And if you look over there, there were loads of these things everywhere. I presume copper and tin mines. So now we'll take a look at, that's the flue down there, isn't it? That's all that hollow there has been the flue. It's come off there. It's gone this way. And there you go. Ah, nice little chimney there. Well, how beautiful is that? Is it dry stone? Almost is dry stone. No way. No, it is thingy together.
Look at the bricks on top.
I know. What's in there?
Oh.
Let's have a look.
So Martin's checking underneath it.
What's he gonna look like with a chimney on it?
You filming it?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got a hole there. It's a bit filled up. It looks like there's a bird's nest in there that's like really old. I'll just show you what I can see. There's not a lot to see. So there's your hole. If you go inside, that to me looks like a bird's nest that's fell down. I'm not going to go in because I've not got overalls or anything. Look, I would push past it and go in, but I'm not. So that's been some kind of pipe on it. Some sort of industrial pipe. Goes all the way through there. But that's carried something across there on it to the other mine. I reckon. Steam, maybe, do you reckon? Could be steam. Because it's got a fair few bolt holes in that, hasn't it? What do you think of them?
Yeah, really good. And it's good how they're all literally in one bit, like all one area.
We literally looked, there was one there, right?
Yeah.
You looked over, there's one there, one across, then you look in the distance, there's another one over there.
And that last one was the biggest one was good.
Yeah, the one, yes. So, yes, I've shown you two. So we're about to go to another one. No, it's all right. We're about to go to another one, which is much more intact. Take a look at this one. So now we're going to another one. This is called Phoenix United Mine. This Phoenix keeps cropping up. And it's just literally, we looked at it from the other two mines. This one looks a lot more intact. And that chimney looks quite interesting. We've just been looking at Wheal Jenkin. And if I pull out, I can just follow where we went. We went just up here. And I think we're here on the right hand map. So I'm going to zoom in now. You'll notice it's not on the map. There's the mine we are on the right hand map where the cross is. Let me just zoom right in for you. There. Right, let me just send that over there. It's not on the map. And it's the same with all the old maps that I can find. There's nowhere. It's not referenced on any maps. Which is bizarre. This whole shaft is here. That's still there. And if I change maps and go to the various dates, it's just not there. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it was disused way before. I'm looking at the maps I'm looking at. I'm not quite sure. Let me just go over to Google Earth, and there it is. That's what we're looking at there. Phoenix United Mine. So I'll try and get some information up for you on Phoenix United Mine, but that's what we're looking at. Okay, so let me read you what it says. The mine was first worked in 1836 as Cornwall Great United Mines. The mine originally extracted copper, the 1850s being the mine's peak production of the metal, with a workforce of 130. By the 1860s, the copper reserves were diminishing, but consultant mining engineer William West bought a controlling share in the company and equipped the mine to extract tin in 1864 after samples showed evidence of tin deposits. By 1865, the workforce had expanded to 460, continuing to 600 by the 1870s. It used the Liskeard and Carridon Railway to transport the ore away and supply the mine with coal. With the price of tin and copper slumping, the West Phoenix mine ceased operation in 1898. The final shaft, the Prince of Wales shaft, was closed in 1914. Oh, somebody's took the gate off for us. It's nice of them. Must have known we were coming. You've got to be careful in here because there could have been a shaft. There's our building. Brick, stone and then brick chimney. Right, and then in here we've got this, goes up to the chimney. So let's have a look in here. Must have been a massive flue, this. Wow. Wow. That is cool. Everyone will be torturing me, which I haven't got. Wow. It's interesting because this is so intact. You probably get an insight out into the other buildings that would have been around. Now this has to have been in some sort of engine room. Has to have been, doesn't it? All these mounts and everything. All these engine beds and everything like that. Look at this. Go down here. So there's a big block, I mean, a big block in the middle that would have housed something. I don't get it. I don't get what would have been here. It just would have been engine beds. Look at them. Brick thing is sort of stone, and then there would have been an arch there. 3 bricks thick arch. Oh my god! I've stood on, gone through nettles, and then it's nice. So it's very, very picturesque the way they've done it. That chimney.
And you can just walk in.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had. I took a torch, but didn't have a torch.
And the GoPro.
And the GoPro, but filmed everything on my phone.
Yeah.
When you went under that fence, if you'd have got caught on some barbed wire, pulled pork. So they're fantastic to see that they were really good, very, very different as well. Reminded me of where?
Magpie Mine.
Magpie Mine.
Yeah.
Reminded us of Magpie Mine.
It did actually, because the
same
same sort of
same
building.
principle. That tall. I presume those tall engine houses housed a Newquay and steam engine.
Yeah.
And I think, did they have one of those to pump out the mine? Not sure on the limits of what I know, but they were engine houses, and I think they were quite early on. They were built like early part of the 1800s, and early part of the 1800s, I think they were still using Newquay and steam engines, which were the early, what they call atmospheric engines. Steam engines haven't been perfected up until that point, although I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, yeah. So the last day, 2 things I wanted to do that day. As we were staying in St Austell, I wanted to go and visit the old St Blazey railway shed. Now, if you'll bear with me, go make a brew. Give me a moment with the people.
Okay.
Check in with you.
Okay.
Right, let me tell you about something. So, St Blazey Depot, right? Let me take you back to 1982. I'm 15 years old. And with a few friends, we're going train spotting, and we were all the way down on it was a HST. On the train, we got talking to these old ladies, very nice old ladies, and I think they bought us, because we were running out of money, they bought us a cup of tea, if I remember rightly. Me and Stuart have discussed this, been mate from the time, and we've discussed and remembered this. Chatting to these old ladies, right, on the train, 1982. The train pulls into Parr Station in Cornwall. It's a lovely day. We get off, we wave to the old ladies, off the train goes, and we have to walk then to St Blazey Depot. I will never forget this as long as I live. My mate had a directory, depot directory. I think it was the Platform 5 depot directory. I'm sorry if I'm going into train spotting world, but the train enthusiasts who are probably my age will remember this. So Platform 5 depot directory told you how to get to the depots from a certain point from Parr Station. We walked round and we went on to St Blazey Shed. And I think St Blazey Shed was just like a stabling point, maybe a refueling point, but no big maintenance being done there. And at weekend, and I think it was a weekend, pretty certain it was a weekend, it was dead. There was no one there, right? And we gets there, and there's a turntable in the middle, and this round thing of sheds. I'm going to try and, at this point when I'm recording this, I've not found an old picture of it. If I can, I'll put it on. And we get there and the place is deserted. And in these sheds that are open are all these Class 37s. And we were like, there's no one here. There's no one here. And of course, we had a camera. and we were jumping all over these Class 37s, swinging on them, having our photos took. We didn't, if I remember rightly, we didn't go in the cab. Whether the cabs had been locked or not, I'm not sure. Mate climbed up onto the bonnet of one. There's pictures of us doing all that. I don't know what happened to the pictures. That's the only problem. That's the only problem. I don't know what happened to the pictures. But we'll never forget that, just turning up at a railway depot and all these Class 37 locomotives that were just ready for us to climb all over them and have our photos took. It was fantastic. And of course it fades off into the distance, doesn't it, as a memory. So I had to go back to St Blazey shed. So we found it, and of course it's not a railway shed anymore now, it's units. The buildings are still there, but it's units where I think there's a car garage in one, and one of them's a storage place and that. So this is what the place is like now. So him and my mate are in the car, and they're not really interested, and I'm kind of like looking round and just took a few photos, and it was a bit like I wanted to kind of walk in really and really savour it, but in the end I just ended up driving and going snap, snap, snap. But I do have those precious memories of St Blazey shed back in the summer of 1982. Unbelievable it was. Right, there you go. Sorry about that. A bit nostalgic there about St Blazey Depot, but, you know, welcome back. What have you got to show them?
Cup of tea.
You found a new type of tea, didn't you?
Cornish tea.
Cornish tea. Cornish tea. Cornish tea. Can you see it? Cornish tea. Cornish tea. You probably didn't focus on it.
Cornish
it's quite nice,
tea
isn't it?
Was founded when?
In 1984.
2012.
Oh.
So it's got some age to it.
I'm a bit before my time, aren't I? Yeah, lovely. Don't sit with me because nobody's interested. Cornish tea. We tried Cornish tea. It was very good.
Yeah.
So, one final thing I wanted to say. I know this is sort of like all about me, but it's stuff that you're interested in as well. If it was James's tour of Cornwall, you'd be going around charity shops and buying. So yeah, you're buying oversized T-shirts and things like that, and clothes that people had died in. So, final thing that I wanted to see. So again, a memory of train spotting. We'll go to this one at a place called Saltash, and something built by Mr. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. 1982 I went over this bridge at Saltash, the railway bridge, Isambard Kingdom Brunel's bridge, I think pulled by a loco called Thames, a Class 47 called Thames, and I think it was 511 or 611, I'll look it up, Class 47 called Thames, straight across. I've not been here since. Let's go and take a look at the bridge. The bridge was built to go over the River Tamar at Saltash, just outside Plymouth. Yeah. Next to it is the road bridge, and I just thought I'd show you these old pictures of the road bridge being built, obviously back in 1960, 1961. Now I would have thought those legs were a bit too spindly, but Isambard obviously knew what he was doing, didn't he? Could be. Okay, so the next picture, I'm not sure if it was taken during construction or not. It looks like they may just be working on the track bed here, so difficult to date this one. But take a look at this. How good is this one? There you go. You got to admit that bridge was impressive.
Yeah, it was good.
He was panicking because when you go over the bridge at Saltash, the road bridge, there's a toll, and he's going, can't we turn around? You know, tight as a duck's ass. We could go that way. There's an alternative way here. It starts to panic. It's like £2.50. I just went, forget it. We're just going over, whatever. And that was our trip to Cornwall. We thought we'd just keep you informed and do a bit of a different video this week where we invited you in to look at our holiday snaps.
Best bit?
Best bit? I've probably a few best bits for me. So the zip wire, maybe doing the high up, hanging loose assault course, or adventure playground thing. Although I didn't enjoy it at the time. And you know what? Just going backwards to that, we had to. There was a zip wire at the end of that as well, and it was quite a big zip wire, wasn't it?
It was.
And it felt proper dodgy, didn't it?
You like weighed down, didn't it?
It was just, that was weird. On the big zip wire, you felt safe. On this one, you kind of like, you just had to throw yourself off over this valley. And it obviously weren't as long, but it was proper dodgy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. We
never filmed that. It would have been quite a comedy, quite funny to film.
We could have actually filmed that bit.
And you would have been quite funny.
Although I still don't have my phone at that point. I would have been quite funny because at one point I went, I don't know if I can do this or not. But I did do it, and I did it without any fuss.
Yeah.
I did quite well, didn't I?
Pat on the back moment.
Thank you very much. Your favourite bit?
That river, because I didn't even know we were going and seeing it.
That river was nice, wasn't
Yeah.
it? The river, I'm sure it was River Fowey.
It reminded me of the River Strid.
Yeah, the one, the river, the wharf in it, it's called.
Yeah.
The one at Bolton Abbey.
It was very fast flowing and I liked it.
It was very fast flowing. It was a series of rapids, wasn't it? Yeah, so hopefully this video was followed on from the last video, which was the Hull, the one with Hull History Nerd, and we've got a video out 2 weeks on the trot, which is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've never actually announced this, but you probably may be aware that I've not been putting out videos out every single week. Now, for a while, and I think it's about 2019, 18, 19, I did very well and I managed to get a video out every single week. Probably into 2020, because even in lockdown, I was doing those lockdown videos. Yeah. Recently, I've not been doing them every single week, and it's literally because, did I burn out? I don't know if I burned out.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I know I haven't got get a video out on the Sunday, it's a bit of pressure off, and I can think and I can go away and think of videos to make. And I can edit the video I'm doing better. Never good when you're rushing a video, especially when you're trying to think of ideas in a rush or when you're trying to edit in a rush. It always comes out crap. So, as many of you have said to me in the past, quality over quantity. And I know, although that's very kind of you to say that, you still got to get the videos out. Yeah. But I do, as you'll know, we don't put one out sometimes every week. Now, the most it's ever gone is 2 weeks without a video, which I'm never comfortable with. I don't like it. The problem is, it's now a bigger group.
Yeah.
Well, it's me, him and Roy.
Yeah.
And it's getting us together. And some of the things we're very dependent on Roy, aren't we?
Yeah. And we want everyone.
For the Cornbrook, basically. And we're waiting for the right moment where Roy, because Roy's got to get one of his mates along and we've got to organise that. So I did say at the beginning of this year, and I don't know if I said it to you or not, this will be the year where I tie up all the loose ends. And so far, it's July, and I've still not tied up any loose ends, but it's all in there and it's all going to happen. Even if it's the last bleeding thing I do on this channel, I will tie up those loose ends. And I know what the loose ends are, and you know what they are, but I will tie them all up. Right, so there you go. We've got plenty of things to go at. We've got a lot of loose ends to tie up. We know we have. A few of you have commented on things like the Cornbrook and things like that. We're well aware. We'll be back very soon with another video because we've got plenty of stuff on the go. Oh, I think there might be something we're doing. It's been a long time since we've been in a culvert. I think I'm doing a culvert this weekend coming up, which won't mean anything to you depending on when you watch this video. You're working.
Yeah.
No, you're going away.
I am going away.
Where are you going?
Palmer.
Have you been before?
No.
Make sure you go in Lineker's bar.
Yeah, is he good?
You think you're going for a cultural experience, don't you? Yeah, you'll be able to get an English breakfast and go in Lineker's bar.
There's a nice little town, Magaluf.
Oh, Magaluf, yeah.
It's supposed to be really
beautiful little fishing town. Yeah, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Right, we'll be back very soon. I'm going in a culvert soon, local in Manchester, and it's going to be me, Roy, and Marcus. I think we've got 2 guests with us, so we're doing that. So that might be the next video, because it's been a while since we've been underground in a culvert. So that's coming up. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for staying with us and being polite during our holiday snap evening. Take care.
And we'll see you in another video
Bye for now.
in a bit.